So we were part of the Garner launch team. We were very excited to be part of that campus. We were really committed from the beginning to being part of this community because our store was already here, and we felt like it was just a good way just to be able to connect with our customers and our friends who we've made in Garner. So I own Little Details Boutique in Garner, and we specialize in clothing, gifts, home decor, and accessories. In 2019, we decided that we were ready to expand our shop. We felt like God was really calling us to serve the community of Garner in bigger ways. So in December of 2019, we committed to 5,200 square feet in our same shopping center. We were great. A couple months went by. We were going through construction, filling up our storefront, and we were super excited about the opportunity just to be able to open up our doors. We opened up in March of 2020, and then 10 days later, we had to close down due to the pandemic. And I remember laying in the floor of my store, just crying and feeling like I had really put us in a bad position, and I felt like I was a failure. And I remember sitting here and thinking, you know what, I have no control over the situation. And I've always said from day one that we're doing this store for God. Like, we really think that God is allowing us to use this store as our mission field. And I said, you know, as long as we have this store, even if we can only afford to pay rent for a month, we're going to use it for God's glory. And so I called Dwayne Calvin, who is the pastor over at Garner campus for Hope Community Church. And I said, listen, we have this big space. We have this big parking lot. We can't open the doors to our customers because we're not an essential business. But if you can use this store for something, then here's a key, here's a code to the alarm. Use it for whatever you want for. And he said, well, we need a place for food. We need to be able to do a food drive. And so I said, great, like however we can come alongside you, we want to be part of this. And so we started collecting food throughout the week, and then on Fridays, we would use our parking lot as a food distribution site. And literally, starting in March, we were getting over 100 families every Friday who were getting food right from our parking lot. And it was amazing to see how we had opened up the store to be a community gathering place, and even when we couldn't physically gather inside, God was making ways to be able to let us still gather outside of the store. And we advertised to our customers, like, hey, we're doing this. Even if you're not a believer, I think people really just wanted to be involved in something good during COVID. And God showed up in amazing ways. Like, I remember telling Dwayne, we were hitting sales goals I never thought possible, and our doors weren't even open. I definitely think that God is growing you when you are walking in faith and when you are doing what He wants you to be doing. You can really be creative in how you serve God. And it's not always just volunteering at church. It can be through a variety of different ways. Look at your resources. What do you have available to you that you can use for God's glory? You just have to figure out what works best for you and what you have at your disposal. You know, for us, I had a storefront, and I couldn't let people in, but I could figure out a way to use it for God. And I think it's just sometimes getting creative with what you have.